You're gonna sound much.
Well, what can I say?
But when does it come out? So we can.
It's coming in 2 weeks. I didn't see much more than you did, to be honest. I mean, and I hope that I'll be positively surprised. The main thing, you know, was to have a scary and dangerous looking video. Most of the stuff that I see on TV these days is just so friendly that I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't want to do the same stuff, you know what I mean? Of course, MTV will ask us to cut all the you know, theatricals in it and pretty much just leave the band performance. That's what they did with Special Sir video, and we can't do much about it, you know. I mean, that's what they. I mean, whatever, you know what I mean. Kids can always go on YouTube or our site or just buy a CD with the extended version, you know. So that, you know, the video is gonna be there. We're actually doing a making of video too, so. I still haven't seen that, you know, because that's what we've filmed, you know, and I'm on tour now, so like the last thing I want to do, I want to deal with it, you know what I mean? I'll probably just take care of it, you know, when I go back home, you know, and eventually get bored with the regular life, you know what I mean? And then I go back to the States and just go through it and stuff. It's hard to say what the video is all about. It's just, I mean, it's just, you know, it's not like, you know, when you watch Red Hot Chili Peppers video, it's you can say that this video is about this guy who comes out of whatever bus, you know, and go and, you know, cross the street and gets his coffee, and then, you know, truck strikes him, you know what I mean? And then something's happened. Our videos are not like that. There's lots of symbolism, you know. It's lots of, you know, different stuff going on. And you can't say that, you know, Behemoth video is about this or that, you know.
Yeah. So just gotta watch and see.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm not here to say what our songs are all about. I'm like, you know, that's why I write them. I write them, you know, so I don't need to talk about them. You know what I mean? It's like,
fair enough.
Yeah, it seems like it's more and more difficult to talk about it, you know, because you know, mostly this stuff is, especially on the apostasy, is very personal, you know. And yeah, I mean, it seems like I definitely have distance to this, you know, to the songs or video nowadays. You know what I mean? I'm like, whatever, you know. I mean, some guy wrote it, you know. I mean, that almost how it looks like to me. It's like, it's my, like, I don't know, alter ego or something. And I have a great time these days, you know, touring now. I'm just, you know, enjoying, you know, this tour.
Same place, then.
Yeah, you know, so I don't really go deep into this stuff, you know. I just leave it to people to, you know, for their own interpretations, because that's the way it should be, I think, you know. I'm just, it's like, you know, about, you know, I'm like passing them keys, you know, to open doors, you know, and, you know, behind these doors, you know, they eventually they find, you know, like different worlds, you know what I mean? That's how I see it. But I'm not here to,
Is that a good way for you to keep yourself separate from reliving that every time
you
play it? Or?
Yeah, and just, you know, keep the distance to it, you know. Yeah, that's how I see it. It's like a tool. I treat it more or less like a tool. And as I said, you know, like every record is more or less about, you know, about cleaning, you know, my system. And just, you know, once I do it, I'm like, that's it, you know, just, you know, listen to it, judge it, you know, like it or not, I don't know.
So. Well, obviously, they like you here in the States.
Yeah, and I'm really happy about it. I want to say thank you, you know, to everyone, you know, grab his copy of the Apostasy. Even if you download it, it's cool, you know, whatever. Just enjoy it, you know.
Now, you said that you have a DVD in the works. Do you have any, like, limited editions or vinyls?
Yeah, there's definitely going to be LP coming soon, in a few months or something, so... And then we're actually thinking of having like a Digipack, the Apostasy edition with that extra DVD and stuff. But I don't know when it's gonna come out. Probably next year, because I'll be busy as hell.
Yeah.
For now, like next few months, you know, I won't be able to do anything but touring. So it has to wait. And then next year probably I mean, it's been a few years since we put out our last like official DVD, Crush for Create. We're actually thinking of putting a new one. Better one, of course. Maybe 2 DVDs, 1 CD, like a nice packaging, you know, like more updated, you know, like we didn't really do anything, you know, since Zaskia Kultus. So we got like a Demigod, a new record, you know, that we've been touring for years now. So and we are pretty much like filming, like every tour we're filming everything, you know. So there's lots of scary and funny shit there, you know. So I hope that we're gonna come up with some cool stuff next year.
And then you had some of the videos when you guys were making the album. Are you guys?
Yes, yeah. And this is another option, you know. And then we're thinking of having like EP coming later this year. You know, we recorded some of the old songs. And we did some crazy cover songs too, you know. I don't know if we should put it out, you know. Some people might not understand it, you know. But let's see. I mean, there's definitely lots of surprises coming from us, you know. I mean, this album is fresh, you know. It's been out for a few weeks now, so I just don't want to, you know. I mean, people have to digest it first, you know, and then they have to get hungry for more. I don't want to, you know, give them like, you know, 2 or 3 pieces at the same time, you know, and just, you know, confuse them. So we definitely want to, you know, have to wait for the right timing for this and eventually put it out there.
Keep your eyes open.
Yes.
Okay. And you are also in another band called Voodoo Gods. Is that really?
I did some guest vocals there, you know. Apparently they want me to, you know, to do live shows and stuff, but I have no time for this. It's a friend of mine who asked me to do some vocals, and I did that. They made a bit, you know, a big thing out of it apparently. But I was just, you know, it was just a guest appearance, you know.
A guest appearance. And is that something that's going to be released, or?
I have no idea. It's not my thing, really. You know, there's some people ask me about my side project. I'm like, what are you talking about? Voodoo Gods. Voodoo Gods. Okay, I did it like 2 years ago.
Okay.
So. It's gonna be a mini album as far as I know, like 5 songs, thrash death metal. I remember it sounded pretty good, you know.
So you're doing the writing unit then? You just
No. I was just, you know, a guest in the studio. I just, you know.
Went and did it.
Yeah, that's it. It's gonna be good.
Good. And then you said you have a lot on your plate. Obviously, coming up in the fall, you have the Radio Rebellion tour.
Yes,
that's you guys are co-headlining, is that correct?
Yes, finally. You know, I'm kind of bored with this, you know, like 13, 14 minutes long sets. You know, it's just we just need to come here, you know, and kind of make a statement. You know, that's what the tour is gonna be about. We've been talking about this. I mean, the whole, you know, preparations for the tour, you know, have been, you know, lasted for months now. You know. We've been working so hard, you know, all the production and lights and everything. It's gonna be our tour.
It's gonna be a bigger production.
It's gonna be big production, I can tell you. It's gonna be.
So they're gonna be fire eating, because we always see the pictures from Europe. And then
no fire in US.
They get the baby shows.
Yeah, we can't do this here, unfortunately. I mean, I
but
wish.
There's other things.
Yeah, there's lots of cool things happening, and I can tell you that it's gonna be really. I mean. Not just good music, lots of, you know, cool stuff to watch, you know, and
very good.
Yeah, and more than, you know, 1 hour from Behemoth, you know, that's what many people are waiting for. I know that, you know.
Definitely.
And I can tell you that we just did the show in Grand Rapids. I don't even know which state was it, but it was a good show, and it was like 400 kids that showed up, and
was that you headlining?
Yes, he was headlining like an off show on this tour, and just us and Winches of Blood and some locals, and I can tell you that like we played like 17 songs, and it felt so much better, you know, because sometimes, you know, after like 30 minutes you're not even warmed up, you know, you're like, okay, that's it, you know what I mean, and I go back to the bus. I'm really looking forward to do like a longer set, you know.
Definitely. Well, we are too, so.
Yes.
But again, the new album is The Apostasy, Behemoth. Remember, support your artists, buy their albums. Again, this was Nergal from Behemoth. This is a live edition of Musician Photo Journal.